Hello, how are you guys? Just putting on some Burt's Bees. It's dry. So, as some of you guys know, I just returned from a trip. I have so much light in my eyeballs. Is that okay? Yes. Just returned from some traveling in Uruguay. Where exactly? Tiny little country in South America. And Carrie and I had a really, really lovely time just traveling around, really just traveling around. Okay, I had a really good time booking.com hotels. Let's just say that. Anyways, stayed at a lot of really neat places and ate some good food and saw some neat stuff and enjoyed some really fabulous sunrises and, well, no, sunsets, I guess, more so. Have to tell you guys, actually, a highlight, a neat, really neat thing. The spirit of the people down there was super cool. So we went down on the beaches in the morning time because I'm super fair, and Carrie also protects himself from the sun. So we're walking. We have the whole beaches to ourselves all day, and they're supposed to be really crowded beaches. If you Google it and you look at the beaches, they seem kind of crowded. They're not crazy, but they're so-so. And I probably am coloring, so I'll finish this story quick, but we'll just wait for some people to come on. Hello, Miss Vicky. Probably Keisha too, maybe. And anyway, so we go down and then we walk the beach, and it's like 12 kilometers of beach. It's really, really beautiful. It's really nice. Sorry, my door's not closed. I don't know if you can hear my husband, but as much as I talk to all you people, it seems weird for Carrie to hear me telling my stories. Anyways, and then we go and we do whatever during the day, find a coffee and enjoy the day as is. And then we come back about 5 o'clock, sometimes 4 o'clock, but 4 o'clock's even sometimes too hot on the beach. It was hot down there. I am really glad to be a Canadian living in the cold weather. Honestly, it's just sort of silly, but there it is. Hi, Betty. Anyway, so we go down the one night at about 5, and they eat late there, right? They eat at 8, 8:39, really 10 o'clock. Like, we go to the restaurants. The restaurants don't even open until 8 or 8:30 sometimes. And so we're the first ones there. The cooks are like, oh, okay, come on in, and we'll, the people are here already. Anyways, I'm babbling too much. The bottom line, and yes, I am a card maker. I'm going to teach you some techniques tonight, actually. We're going to do textures. I'm going to do Tuesday textures for the next couple of weeks. Anyways, so the sun is, like, everybody's standing around waiting to watch the sun and go down. And it's really beautiful, and it's going down. And it's like, I look at Carrie and I'm like, no wonder these people don't go and eat until after 8 o'clock. They literally go to the beach and watch the sunset every night, kind of thing. And it's summertime down there to boot, right? Okay. Anyway, so the sun is going down, it's going down, it's going down, and then it's down, it's gone. And the whole beach erupts into applause. It was so cool. It was like, Carrie, they're applauding that natural phenomenon. It was so cool. Anyways, all right. Hi, Carissa. All right, I'll pop you down. I got thinking, I was trying to think Tuesday, you know how you alliterate things, and I'm like, Tuesday tips. What am I going to do for tips? There's all sorts of tips. I kind of throw in a tip every time I'm doing something. It just comes flying out of my mouth. I'm Lori LaRose. I have Active Stamping here on Facebook as well as on Instagram. Trying to start a YouTube channel as well. Well, not start. I've had it forever, but trying to grow it, you'd say, I guess. Anyways, so I'm like, well, tips now, maybe. Well. Anyways, for right now, anyways, I don't know how long it'll work, but I thought textures, and a little segue will be, I'll show you why. So we're going to do a texture, whatever that means. Okay, hang on, wait for it, you guys. Down, okay, good. There we go, light down here. All right. Zoom this in a little tiny bit. Oh, it always goes so much. Someday, Facebook's going to make another adjustment where this is all good. So I was busy coloring yesterday. This is for people who are friends of mine, I'll say, people that know me. We have a group, not a private group, a public group called Creativity for Everyone, Stamp and Style. And there is a picture posted there with these colors. And I have to say, I was having a bit of trouble seeing these red guys in here. To me, this is a prettier card. So I have just, yesterday's card was working with the color challenge of the month. I ask you all to do it. If you have more success adding in red flowers amongst the petal pink and all these other warm colors, please share and show. I had a little bit of, I put these guys in last night. They were okay, but it was kind of jarring me. And so I've taken them out and just added a couple little red kisses there, sort of thing. Okie dokie. So I'll put that guy together. I also added, I don't know if you can see, and actually this is not intentional for today's Tuesday textures, but yes, vellum is a lovely way to add just a little tiny bit of beautiful texture. Okay. All right. So texture. Actually, this whole card is full of texture because we've risen things up. I've got some vellum. This is actually, it's not colors, it's all pieces of cardstock. So there's sort of a texture there. Texture, obviously, in the ribbon, literally and figuratively, like if that's proper language. The ribbon is not smooth in this case. It actually has some texture, as well as ribbon just straight out is got texture, right? And it adds texture to the card. Texture, I think, can be as much as just even some layers or such. Anyways, all right. So first off, texture automatically would go to an embossing folder for sure. That would add texture to everything, right? You can also create texture with your stamps. And yesterday when I was looking for some stuff for the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s of techniques, so really I can't kind of do techniques on, well, I could. Tuesday could be tips and techniques are Thursday. We're doing the ABC techniques of stamping with me at 10 a.m. on Thursday lives. And while I was looking for some stamps to work with on Thursday, I was looking to see what was current. Textured timber is on the last chance list, and it is, where's my little piece of paper that tells me how much it is? Like, it's like $9.80. I'm going to work with this tonight as a texture, to add texture to stuff. Oh, I lost my little piece of paper. I probably might uncover it at some point. I'll verify with you the pricing in Canada. You can add it onto an order with me. But yes, really reasonable. I believe this set would have been $33. It's a rubber one, and we're going to add some texture. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I came up with this idea about 1 minute ago. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do. I am seeing, as I'm talking texture backgrounds, this one is kind of on its way out, last chance, and this one is still very brand new. Also, Elements of Text is a texture. Look at that. Now, text doesn't necessarily mean texture, but in this case it does. Anyways, this also adds a lot of texture to cards as a background. So background stamping is a texture. Maybe one week I will just show you some tone-on-tone texture additions, but today we're going to do an actual pattern to add texture. Haha. All right, so color challenge. You're on. Your turn. Okay? All right, put that somewhere safe so I can glue it down eventually. So textures, okay. Textures without cheating. Textures from the old days when we used to have to do it. Oh, $13.60. Is it really that much? Vicki, I actually thought it was under $10. Maybe I was looking at the American site. That's possible. Okay, well, thank you very much for sharing that. That's perfect. I appreciate that. It's a kind of a fun one. And again, $20 off from a $33. Oh, you know what? You're right, $13.60 it is. Encircled with Love, Encircled in Nature is another one. Not so much that it'll add texture, but it was one that I noticed that was really cheap. $16.50. And I will do this little infomercial because I've just been talking anyways. I don't know if I have Garden Meadow out still. Garden GFG. No, where's my garden? Garden Meadow. Again, some of these I thought they were totally gone, but they're on the last chance. And this guy is only $9.80. He's the one I was thinking. You need this one for $10. Good Lord, you guys. Please let me know that you want me to add this to your kit and cart. These are 90% of the size. This is such, the gate alone, right? And the words, thinking of you. I love this set. Love it. Rubber boots are cute and all that kind of stuff. And then Snowy Wonders, I don't know why I have that on there. It's $25.80 still. Oh, you know why? Snowy Wonders is dies, and $25 for a die set is really good. Snowy Wonders, I'm looking at it. I think it's the one that I don't have. It is a snow globe. It's got the dome snow globe as well as the circular snow globe. I think it's almost a standalone dies. $25.80 is... It's a little higher than I'd like to say as a must-have. Unlike the Meadows, you need to get that for $10. And maybe you need to get this one for $13.60. $25 is a little higher, but take a peek at Snow Wonders and see if you need me to order that for you. This one's fun. Look how big it is. How big does it really say? 90% of the size. All right, so how am I going to, what am I doing? What am I doing? I have some tea. I know it's not Friday night, and I know usually Friday is the day that I tell you I'm drinking tea, but I just made this nice cup, and so I'm going to see. All right, I haven't used this set enough. I have to tell you that we are getting lots of sets rapidly, and I can't resist. So I keep getting some fun ones. This one reminds me a little bit, there's a new one coming out, and it's got like a weave of a, what kind of basket would I say? Anyways, it's pretty nice. So there it is. All right, I am going to get my brain flowing a little tiny bit, I'm going to take a little peek at Pinterest. I will tell you that right now. I'm not surprised that this is the one. Oh, this is cute. They have one of these with a truck. That's cool. That's cute. Like you'd be a lumberjack kind of. That's kind of fun. So I'm thinking you can look at this. Look at this cute thing that I made about a year ago. You know how there's the little wood, what are these called? What are these little wafers called? But that's basically, we can work this as that. So I made an ornament out of real wood and paper, and that hangs on your tree if you want. I love that idea. I did that actually for tray favors a couple years ago. One of my girlfriends cut me a bunch. So these are they called biscuits? Is that what they're called? But you could definitely do that. So I will stamp a couple of these so that we can see what they look like. Stamped, because a lot of times that does change the way we look at things. I have some early espresso here. Copper clay. My understanding is that the refill for this is in low inventory. One of the in colors that will be disappearing. Will they be getting more colors in? It's anybody's guess at this point in our world, isn't it? So FYI, just I would recommend, as you know, often during celebration, it's not unusual for me to talk, it's not unusual to talk about things to buy to get celebration rewards. Always I talk about the in color, retiring in color choices, because they're going to be leaving, and why not reward yourself while you're stockpiling on what you need. So the paper's fine right now, but the refill, and that's always the first thing to go for most things, the refill is going to be gone. The ink pad is also on low inventory. I'm going to say if they might get refills, but I'm not thinking they're going to make any more ink pads personally, because it'll be gone. Okay, let's see what this pretty color is. Okay, ready? Ooh, that's pretty. Very pretty. All right, let's stamp it in early espresso. Do you guys ever stamp and you're okay with it being like, now I don't need to clean it per se because I'm going to go with a darker color, and so you know it's just going to color it up. One idea though that's making me think right now, ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so you can see just a smidge in there, and I was just wondering about rock and rolling with this color, but I'm thinking I don't think it'll really work, but you can see just that little tiny bit there, that there's a little variation. I kind of like it, but I think I like that color better actually, and I'm just trying to think what other colors I do. So with this piece, I could cut it out and use it as a whatever, a wood biscuit, if I think that's what it's called. Wood cookie. Thanks, thanks, Betty. That's exactly what it's called, a wood biscuit. And I think this would also be nice if we stamped it on. Okay, since I'm already on the dark, I'll stamp with the dark one on here, and then I'll stamp a lighter one, because I'm kind of thinking I like the, oh, that's kind of nice too. All right, I really need need to start bringing a washcloth to the game here. Hang on. So what did everybody do today? It was kind of overcast for me in Rocky Mountain House. What did I end up doing? I don't know. I just kind of hung around. Oh, no, I didn't just hang around. Well, I did just hang around. But I had a nice visit with Allie. Actually came over for a visit. So I got to have a nice coffee with Allie. Tea, actually, we both had. And... Gee, that's just barely going to fit on there. That's pretty. Sorry, I'm looking. I'm assessing as I'm doing this as well, you guys, just so you know. I don't know what it's going to look like. What is this color? What is that color? Oh, basic beige. Okay. All right. I was thinking of doing, this is copper. I was wondering about pecan. Here it is. Let's do pecan on this guy. And it's Tuesday night. Yeah, it is Tuesday. I have to say I'm still a little bit kind of warped with my timing, hey? All right, who's that? Sheila. Hello, Missy. Hi, Roz. Karen might be here. Hi, Donna. All right. Oh, that's pretty. So this is not pure. This probably has a little tiny bit of that left on it, just saying. But anyways, I think I like that one almost best of all. So I will roughly cut that out just in case I need that. So the texture can come straight from stamping, like in a background situation, or I think textures can also come from adding layers, like, right? I think that's another way. So I am pretending right now to be doing a series, a new series, starting today. You're in the inaugural meeting, the inaugural, what would I call this? The inaugural, not a lesson, the inaugural, not a class, the inaugural, I got to come up with the word. I'm blanking on what I'm trying to say. And as I'm trying to come up with it, I'm kind of blanking out to boot as I'm cutting, going to Zen. All right, so I'm going to cut some spaces out of here because I think it needs to be cut out because I just want it to be. Like a guest speech is what I'm kind of trying to say. I'm being a speaker at my own series. A speaker series, a master class of textures, of stamping textures that you can invoke into your projects. Yeah. And we don't know how long it's going to run for. If we're relying on my memory to do it next week, then we might be in trouble. Possibly Keisha's watching and she's already onto the graphics to be like, yeah, want to learn more about textures? Come on over Tuesday nights. Lori is going to teach textures. Let's go. I actually, honestly, I would love to do like a whole, right this very second, as I'm talking about it, 14 things are running through my head. And I'm like super excited, except that I'm like, slow down, slow down. If you're going to do it as a series, you need to talk slowly. Like this is one texture, and then there's a whole bunch of other textures. Like there's embossing that you can come back to. I already told you about like this. Oh yeah, there's so many ways to create texture. I'm so excited. And then there's two really fun ways, which I'm like, oh, okay. Calm down, calm down. Okay, with this, right off the bat, I could add texture again and have a little flower. Super fun, right? I have to tell you, the first time I was down in Argentina, we were, my husband and I, yes, we were engaged and we were going to get married that summer. And there was little freesias, no, not freesias, alstroemerias just were poking out, like they just naturally grew. I was out hiking around the Bariloche area, around, there was like glaciers up there and stuff. And anyways, just as we were hiking along the rivers, there'd be these gorgeous little yellow alstroemerias just living there right amongst the tree trunks. And I was like, that's so cool. Okay, so there could also be, so naturally I think trees are always fun, obviously with the trunk. I can't find any tree right here, which is unusual for me. Oh, here, this tree will be weird though. This one I think might also be on sale, but maybe in French. That's fun on a card. Now, if I had, again, having just some stamping, that adds some texture as well. I do love this set. And, okay, can I just say I'm a little bummed in a weird way. This set you can either buy or earn as a celebration. I think there's a couple other things you need to get, so you should probably pay for this one and then, or just buy lots of stuff. But anyways, I do really, really like that set. That's fun. Look at that. Ta-da! Another card. And that adds a whole nother little element of texture, right? All right. So I think a lot of our, okay, that's nothing to do with this. We're working on stamps, texture. Stop, Lori, stop. One at a time. Join us next week for more textures that are going to be fun. Okay, so, and then there's this little guy. Let's stamp with him and see what he does. I don't know that I'm totally enamored with those guys, so I'll just go to stamp on the back of here. And I'm going to do something wild with this one. Can I get this just on here? I can. And yes, there's a little... This is a sneak peek at Thursday's class. Not class, but whatever these are. Live. They're live. All right, I'm going to do this with a really fun one. I'm going to do it with Pretty in Pink. And we're going to make a little panel. Let's see how it works. Oh, how did I get stuff on my finger? Am I not the proponent of the black pad? This is a black pad that you don't get smudges and dirty fingers, and there I am, got a dirty finger just like that. I have to tell you though, this is right in my eyeballs. Can you guys still see when I move it down like that? Welcome everybody. We got like a full house watching today, hey? That's kind of fun in a different color, hey? So just randomly stamping. Of course, it'll never be this long, so whatever. I don't know why I had to finish off that whole page. But if I was a scrapbooking, which is becoming very popular again with Stampin' Up! Products, we've got all sorts of neat things going on. But I could cut this piece. I could do a couple different things with this. I can make it into a strip. And again, maybe I should... Oh, there's my cutter. So I could cut it into a strip that's like 2 inches wide. Hello, Miss Donna again. Oh, I don't know. I think I haven't zoomed us forward. Sheila said hello. Karen. Hi, Linda. And I can't believe those trees are on the last chancels. I know, I agree with you. Who is that? Keisha. Yeah. What the heck, hey? So I could cut this 2 inches wide. Nice. 2 is a good cut. I might need to cut this. So I'm going to cut it just a little bit wider, so that I can cut off some over on this side too. Just barely, but still. Oh, good thing. Good thing I did it as wide as I did. And then I'll cut it this way at 5 1/4. And that's going to be a nice little piece to have some texture on a neat card idea. Look at that for a texture on a background, hey? Now I'll move this out of the way. You bring this guy in. Obviously, this is not a full panel. And then you can build up a card around that, which I just don't really have a whole lot of extras around here. But I do have a car. So a car, that'll work. There. And maybe still have some flowers on here. Where's my red flowers that I just had here? Here. Red might be fun. And then some words. I don't think I had words. Oh, there. Here's some words. You are awesome. Look how fun that is. You guys are like, what are you doing? I'm creating texture. Look at the texture that's on there. And I'm trying to show an alternative so that as much as this is like totally woods, right? Timber. That one doesn't need to be, right? Kind of fun when it's a totally different texture. I think that would also be really cute with the girls. I don't think I have them anywhere around, but like it could be all sorts of things. Let's just go with that. I have a little church here actually from the old days. No, I don't like him. Okay, well, you try. You try, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. What color is this? Oh, that's not proper. This is a card base. This isn't going to work though, but I might not even need that then. Put this on here. This is not the right color, but let's pretend it is. And then a little bow here would be just perfect, right? Nice. Okay, so that's a texture. That's the other texture going on there. And then we've got this guy. Let's stamp him and see what he's like. So if you're just tuning in, you're like, what are you doing, Lori? We're curious. Me too. Making 4 cards, I guess. Working with the idea of adding texture to a card using a textured stamp set that is on sale currently for $13.60 in Canada. It won't get you a long way towards your celebrations of 75, but nonetheless. Oh my gosh. All of them out of there is not good. Do you guys know, so this is my Tuesday tip. I always keep my red rubber base in here because then if I have this tossed around my desk, as some of you may know I'm inclined to do, if I go to put this away, I just take a peek and I'm like, oh, okay, I need to find 4 pieces. Usually there's 1 or 2 missing as opposed to all 4, but I can tell at a quick glance that I'm missing something from there, right? This might be it. See, perfect example. So I don't put this away on my shelf until I find that stamp and fill it in, right? So that, and for the littler pieces actually, which is none of these really, but also the other thing is it anchors them in place a little bit in case they want to be flying around the kit. They won't so much. All right, this one kind of looks like a tree trunk. If you don't know about it yet, there is going to be a new little animal one. So this one could be used in addition to that one. And this one is going to be, if you have the rocking chairs, I think this would add some texture to a set for that. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this on, again, looking for some different little ideas here. Here's a little piece of brown paper. Oh, this is so small. Okay, let's see. This one's really small, but I'm going to go for it. I am going to go grab my crumb cake, though. I'm also going to grab a little bit bigger piece for this. Hang on one second. I also have a different idea that I want to do, so hang on one more second, because I like this idea a lot. And grab my crumb cake, because I feel like I'm going to be doing that, and my pool party. You're not surprised by the pool party being pulled in, are you? You should, Sheila. Definitely, I think. Even though you could see that I was pulling off white things, so I hadn't used it. I totally believe that the timing of this one was wrong release. I think it was like in the fall. And so we were busy with Christmas, and it didn't necessarily lend itself to Christmas. It could. I'll show you, like I can show you. But I feel like this is, I think it missed its time. Let's go with that. So, and I think I may have been seeing some people using this now with the seagulls as well. And when you see what I'm doing right now, you'll be like, you're right, Lori, you totally could be doing that. I'm not sure how wide this guy is. That's going to be nice. I need to re-ink my pool party. So when I'm stamping with the kids at the school, I have to tell you, I love, love, love my old felt pads, because the kids can press down firm and crazy and go nuts, and it's pretty good. Whereas if you squish too hard into our new foam, you get into a little bit of trouble, right? And but I can let the kids go crazy with those stamps, unlike the other. Anyways, but they really don't deliver quite the same amount of ink, do they? Okay, so I've overlapped sort of on purpose, sort of not, but then I feel like it's like, looks like it's a floor or a wall. So if you have like the lemonade set, you'd be able to use something like this. So now I'm curious how wide this is. Let's see. So it essentially, because I stamped off a little tiny bit, it might be 5 inches wide actually. Is it actually 5 inches? I think it is. So if I was really fussy, not fussy, but like watchful, I would have been able to do it more at 5. And that's a pretty good trim. At this point, I'm doing 4 3/4, so that's 3/4 off, so I need to do by 3.5, and I'm going to do this a little bit here and a little bit there instead, because I want to have, well, maybe I don't. Well, I think I do. I want to have it equal on both sides. What did I say? 3.5, yes. All right, so there's a nice, going to be a nice panel. And on the panel, which if I bring in, this might be nice on card. Okay, I might do it this way. So now we could bring in the little, hang on a second. Do I have, oh, I do. Never mind, I don't have to cut him out. I'll just bring him in. Look at this cute card I made the other day. And because I never glue anything down, look how casual I was. I'm able to just pluck him right out of there. Do, 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 do. And he can come along. Oh, look how cute that is. That's awesome, hey? So there he be. Hi, Anne. How are you doing, hon? So now he could be on there. I think I've seen some people stamping, and it might be with this other guy, which I just lost. How does that happen? The fourth one of this. You guys, where did he go? Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did he come from? Cardmaking. Where is he? 1, 2, 3. Number 4 is where? Oh, maybe I put him away. I didn't, though. I know I didn't. Did I? No, he's not put away. Anyone know where I did him? What I did with him? What did I do with him? He's a little tiny. He looks like the stump, the wood stump, which is going to go great with the new critters that are coming out. Oh, for goodness sakes, you guys. Okay, moving right along. Okay. In this case, he needs something in his little world. I don't know what. He needs to have some words and some whatnot, but he's kind of cute. He's sitting down here. I think we need several of them, and then this would be their back. I also think this would be cute with, as textured background, right? So you've got some texture going on. That's what this whole day is about. If you are good at keeping some of your stamps from the olden days and can find them, ooh, any of these would look really nice with that, hey? Create a little scene in front on a circle and have that as the background of that. A little bit of texture background. I was thinking of with the rocking chairs or an Adirondack chair from the old days. The new storybook garden would go good with this as well. So you could create some of these guys to go along with, not him, but along with that idea, right? So anything that would lend itself to the blue wood, a beach scene or such, right? So that's kind of a fun idea. And this guy on brown, I will do. Also, the craziness of the felt instead of foam. Alrighty-roo. Magically, that thing's going to come somewhere. What the heck? I don't know how he disappeared. Okay, and then this guy here. Hey, Joanne, how are you doing? I don't know where it went. That's going to be pretty, too. A little crookey-eyed. And I like layering over top. It does make it look like it's got a paneling texture. So there's that too. And that could also go with the houses. Again, totally could add in. That looks awesome. I kind of like the idea of having that on a blue card base. right? Fun. So just, it adds just a little bit of something to work with, right? All right. And then again, having words. I had some words here. Oh, I have a coffee cup here. Oh, here's some trees too. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, there's some more trees. So in this case, I could do something totally like this. Have early morning coffee. I don't know. I'm just playing around. Have a little extra strip of something going on here. Not that one. I don't know. Make it look like it's a table. Oh, oh. Do it this way then. And then have the "You are awesome." Know what goes better than coffee? I'll visit with you too. All right. All right, you are not going to get to see the fourth piece because I have no idea where the heck it went. That's so weird, you guys. Where did it go? Anyways, okay. Somewhere there's a fourth piece, but you get the idea of adding some texture. Whether you cut it out or just have it as a background, and this would be more of an idea. You could do the whole background of a card, the background as well, right? And that would be really nice too. And these guys, I just have the one cut out, but I do like the idea of having it. Being something, right? All right. This is not working for me, obviously. This guy doesn't belong like that anymore. I do like that. Hey, do you guys like that? But not on the blue. What's this guy? Oh, he's so cute. Okay. And even tone on tone, right? But I would probably put some sort of a base down. And I did like, in this case, I did quite like having "You Mean the World to Me." There's a lot of white. I liked having the flower on here. And then "You Are Awesome." That's fun, hey? Okay. And then I do like this, but what will I put it on? Almost think I can put it. This has this color, so this will work. Just needs "You mean the world. You mean the world. You mean the world to you and me. You mean the world." That's kind of fun. Okay, so we've got texture, texture, cool texture. He needs something to be more cool, but it looks like he's pooping that. You can just hear him calling. I like that. Okay, and that could be on then this as a base because of that being freesia. Ho, ho, ho. So, oh, that's not freesia. That's bubble bath. Hold on. New plan. Kind of want this to be, oh, I want it to be on there. Hang on. This is, okay. And then this guy, which he just needs a little bit of help. So that's the wrong colors. This could probably go on the blue. I need new words for this guy. Hang on. I need new words for this guy too. What am I doing? And then I think these guys will be cute too. You guys are like, what are you doing, Lori? I don't know. I'm showing you some texture. Okay, so again, if you're wondering, what are you doing, Lori? I know, I'm confusing you and me too. Basically, I'm kind of goofing around. Texture to Timbers, $13.60 in Canada, on sale, the last chances. I think that any of these will add great texture. I somehow or another have totally lost that one guy, so I can't show you this guy. Him with some critters would be really, really awesome. Him stamped multiple times, as I did here. Showing texture in different colors even. Like, obviously, if I did him in a brown, he totally could be in a brown as well. He could be either way as well, I did think, right? He could also be this way. And maybe you'd almost feel like that's something. And then that You Mean the World might actually work there. Where did it go? Oh, I have like a, what's that called? What's that place called? Bermuda Triangle of a card room in here right now. Things just keep disappearing. You are awesome. That's cute, hey? Love it. This guy just needs some words. Again, this red's really strong, hey? Not sure that I would keep that red on there. Just looking. I'm just using what's in front of me. That's my pretend challenge at this point. Ooh, I have blueberries here. This could almost be like, oh no, it's not like a basket. This could be like a basket. Then I could put this on here. You could have this. You are very, very awesome. Some blueberries on there. That's cool. And you know what? I even have blue string. Do, 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 do. I just need some words for that. What does this say? 'Tis the season for blueberry picking. Pretend it says the right words. But that's kind of fun, hey? I like it. All right, so just that needs some words. What does this say? Merry Christmas. That's not going to be right. I was gone for January, did I tell you? So I need a bunch of words, honestly. All right. What are we going to type here? Oh, I thought You Are Awesome. A lot of You Are Awesomes for this guy. Let's just put that here. That's the wrong color. Hang on one second. That needs a ribbon like nobody's business, and then we'll call it quits. And I will let you go. But this is Textures by Tuesday by Tuesday Textures by Lori. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. This will be fun. Oh, yay. All right, so that's your challenge then, Susan, is you post on Creativity for Everyone something with this fun stuff, because I think it adds a lot of good textures. I think we have some potential for it not to be wood grain. I will show you that one because I feel like you guys are thinking it won't even look good as wood grain. And I'm pretty sure it will. But I just wanted to try something different. And of course I did do this one there. And I am missing one, but it's just going to add. And the other one would look great with some wonderful, spit it out, Lori. Oh, it'll look great with something wonderful. If we could do just a little square. I'm going to do this in the crumb. I'm going to do it not in crumb cake. I'm going to do it in here. I did it in Pretty in Pink, by the way, here. And to be really congruent, I would have maybe done it in fuchsia if I was thinking. I'm going to do it now in pecan. Yeah, it's totally wonderful. That's cool, hey? And you could also do it crisscrossy. Let's see what it does if I do this. Ah, look how cool that is, you guys. How fun is that? Look at me go. That's cool. All right, so now that's a whole nother little diamond of sorts to do something fun with, hey? Yeah. Oh, I love that. Then we put this guy in front of there. Nice. This is a colored tree. He's not going to work. I'm just there. This guy here. That's fun, hey? Fun. That's super fun. And I can add a whole bunch of these little guys around here and be like, yeah, this is so cute. On. That's cool. And then if I had some cool words right now, that'd be awesome. Could even add a little bird in here. See, when you have all sorts of little somethings around, I don't have any words. Words are my problem right now. Look how cute. I love that. Words. A word is a word. Where's my words? Oh my gosh, you guys. You mean the world to me. You mean the world. Okay, hang on. I'm going to stamp that in this. Take him off for a second. And then I'll let you go. I know I've said that a couple times. Thanks, Betty. Thanks for supporting me. as a few of you are probably being like, what is she doing? She's being crazy. Yes, I am being crazy. I like it. And then I can still put this guy in here. Ha ha ha. Ta-da! How fun! All right. All right. I am going to let you go now that I have been very crazy. This has been Tuesday Textures using the textured timber, using stamps. Totally designed to add texture to your cards. One of the more current ones that you can still get at full price, Elements of Text, is a fun one for sure. Same sort of ideas, just different elements kind of. And then this textured timber, but I was showing you how, in this case, it's not necessarily all about timber. And you also can show it in for all your C stuff. And this particular one is on sale. It's in the Last Chance Resort, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, at $13.60. So I do think that you need to add it to your next order and go from there. All right, you guys, I'll let you go. I will see you Thursday morning. I am excited. I've been working on my technique for Thursday morning, ABCs of stamping. And I'll put this here so that people can see it. And that one has to get moved. I'm just looking at my thing there. There's all my cards I made. Look, I was so busy today. And I still don't. This one is interchangeable in and out of any of these. Haha. All right. So, yeah. Textured timbers, super fun. Add it to your next order and join us Thursday morning live at 10 a.m. Mountain Time and have some fun with me. Okie dokie. Thanks for hanging out with me. I had fun. Sometimes I just need to pull out a stamp and say, go. Now I need to put some stuff away and find my other guy. I will say the other one for sure is this little guy. And when you see the pre-orders in March, you'll be like, oh, that's what Lori was talking about. Yeah, I can put the little critter in there. All right. I will talk with you guys later. See you Thursday morning. For my club mates, I will see you guys tomorrow night. Zoom in at 7 p.m. Thank you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.